Greetings, bee folk. It's been about 7 weeks since we installed these guys. It's time to check them out again.
Well, they've been busy. Kind of.
They're going through about a gallon of sugar water a day now between the two of them. Which is roughly one standard 4-pound bag of sugar.
If you're looking for the cheapest sugar, I think Aldi's in this area, and probably most ones, are the best. It's by far the cheapest I could find. At $1.69 for 4 pounds. These are still proving to be surprisingly expensive pets. But they should stop using quite this much pretty soon.
Looks like they've got about half of the second story filled up, eh?
Yep. I'm hoping to put honey super on this. And this is all honey. Uncapped mostly. Very uncapped. Honey. That's the problem. They want to glue everything together.
I just want to make a sturdy hive.
Oh, God. And then you have to rip their stuff apart to get it out.
Well, how badly do we need to get that out?
No, I'm just making sure. Pretty much all I want to do is I don't even want to find the queen. I just want to make sure I see some brood, you know. My goodness, they've glued that in. Bee glue, very strong. Looks like still building there.
That's neatly combed.
I might be storing the sugar water too. Alright, the tub looks like it's all honey. So I'm just gonna, and again, I don't know if I can get down to the bottom because they've glued everything together. See, they're just making comb. I actually don't really see anything from this angle.
Oh, that one looks healthy.
Yep, they're about halfway done at the top, and it seems like it's all honey. So probably next week we might get down into the bottom one and just check out and see that they're still, you know, brood in all stages and things like that. Just make sure everything's going well.
Unless there's some up here by then.
Yeah, I was hoping they'd be up here, but they're not. But that doesn't mean there's a problem. I mean, as bees hatch, then there's more room down there for more. Hive 2 used to be a bit slower than the other one, but it is very much caught up, and I see just as much activity as the first hive.
Looks like they're about halfway across up here as well.
Okay, this is about half capped on the honey, and you're supposed to take it when it's about 80%, because if you don't take it when it's capped, the bees know when it's done, otherwise it will ferment. But yeah, and then the other one looks completely capped, the one next to it. So yeah, they have been busy. Well, the top's completely capped, and then the bottom is not. I haven't seen the queen in the second one, but maybe that's normal because she's still filling the bottom one. So yeah, because I was reading that a lot of the times the people that need a queen excluder, it's a little metal grating that only worker bees can fit through, not the queen. And I think they usually use that when they have one hive body and then they just put honey supers on that. Because if you have two, she's busy enough that you don't need to exclude her.
Not nice to exclude anyone.
Yep, this is all. But yeah, they're halfway done, so I'm hopeful that by the end of next month we can add on a honey super and maybe get a bit of honey. Not a lot, but a little. Given time. Well, that's normal, the breaking thing. Sometimes they'll take that wax and put it somewhere else and then replace it with their own wax.
Put it right here.
Okay. So they don't smash anybody. Oh. I think we should just take this. Take it off. See that big one there? I think that might be a drone. The big ones that point out like that is drone. Oh, and that is a queen cell down there. I think. Super seeger. No, that's a swarm cell. Well, this one looks a little better. I see more brood. And drones. Normal bees pretty much spend their entire year trying to swarm, and they'll try to do it when there's a lot of nectar around, and then if it fails, they'll just go right back and try again later. So they could break that thing down themselves. It doesn't mean they're going to swarm, but it means they're thinking about it. I don't see the queen.
You gotta think ahead.
Yeah, they basically spend their entire year trying and failing at this. So it's pretty common. And if they swarm, they swarm. They'll be okay. This one looks a lot better. So I think that one maybe just had a bunch of brood that just hatched, because this one's a much better laying pattern. There's actually 3 types of queen cells. And there's an emergency cell where they take a regular cell and turn it into a queen cell. A super seeger cell where they want to replace the queen. That's usually in the middle of the frame. And then this is, I think, a swarm cell, which means they were thinking about swarming. I don't know if they will or won't. But it doesn't look like it's done either. They're still working on constructing it. So we'll see, because usually they build like a bunch of them. Oh no, they're doing just fine. I'm hopeful that they'll stop going through quite so much sugar water, but they're getting towards the end of their comb building. They filled, most of them with comb. So I'm expecting it to slow down in the next month or so.
So, it's looking pretty good so far, but of course feel free to leave any questions or comments in that commenty section below this video. Anyone can do it, really. So, we'll keep updating you on these guys, and eventually we'll get some more. If you like this sort of thing, don't forget to click that subscribe button, and you'll be notified every time this happens. And all the other crazy stuff going on my channel, so go check that out too. Thanks for watching.